Here we go again, goodie, with another requested recipe that you have been asking for once again, and I'm always here to deliver. How to make Jamaican callaloo saltfish with fried dumpling, Jamaican breakfast, Sunday morning style in your kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. You want me to show you the one, yeah? Come on and let's get started. But before you do that, make sure say you're following. Make sure say you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thumbs up the video, share with friends and family. Turn on your notification settings, alright, goodie? So you will always be reminded whenever your girl upload a brand new video. Now you want to say we turn up the one on the mic kitchen for a Sunday morning? Yeah. Come on and let's get started.
You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. Rastafari, why you turn your back on your brother when him need you? You don't remember the days when him feed you. You know when no obligation but you want some respect. All you need to do is just give him what you forget. Turn your back on your brother when him need you.
Well, happy Sunday, y'all. Welcome back again to my channel and to my kitchen. Alright now, make sure to also make callaloo saltfish with fried dumpling, breakfast style in my Jamaican kitchen. Now I'm going to walk you through all the ingredients, fast, easy, and simple as always, of the turn up the kitchen and impressive for them early in the morning on a Sunday, right? Now let's get into our ingredients. Now the callaloo that I'm using is the one in the can. Now if you can get to the fresh callaloo, you can go there back and chop your callaloo, go ahead and do that. But in where I'm living, I don't have that access, so I'm going to go to the supermarket and grab my callaloo. So yes, that is what I'm using for this recipe right now, and that is 1 can. Now, in addition to that, we're gonna need my saltfish, of course, which is sitting right here. This is my Jamaican saltfish, and that is about 1.5 pounds. You don't have to use 1.5 pounds, but I like enough saltfish in my callaloo recipe. Now, I'm going to show you the method how to get all of that salt out of it. Now, you want to still have a little salt flavor because that's how you're going to have that authenticness into the recipe, right? Alright, let's talk about everything else. You're going to need bell pepper. I'm choosing to use red, orange, and green bell pepper. You don't have to use all of that much, but I love veggies in my veggies, if that makes any sense. I'm also going to be adding onions to it, my scotch bonnet pepper right here, so, which I'm not cutting because I do not like pepper, but if you like pepper, go ahead and chop it up at your kitchen, your choice. I also going to add some tomatoes to it as well. Now, to kick it up a bullet of flavor, fresh garlic, of course, right here, black pepper. Now, add the more salt tonight because the saltfish already salty, right? Now, we're going to use some all-purpose seasoning to give it extra boost of flavor, and about a tablespoon of butter, okay? So yeah, that is what we're going to do. Now let me show you how to get the saltfish started. Okay, y'all, let's get started. I have my pot on the fire right there, alright? And you want to make sure, say, that water is boiling like that before you go ahead and add your saltfish in. So you add your saltfish into that hot boiling water, and I'm going to allow it to boil for 15 minutes. Now, after 15 minutes, the thing boil real good. They're going to wash that water off. Now, after I throw that water off, I'm going to add additional water to it and let it boil for another 15 minutes. Now, people might say, why you buy saltfish and boil it out to cook it? It's still going to have that little authenticness, a different kind of flavor, an unexplained kind of flavor to the saltfish. It's going to give it that boost of authenticness. So make sure you follow the steps. Boil this thing 2 times. You can even soak it overnight to get that salt out, but you're going to still have the flavor of the saltfish same way. So yeah, 2 times boil it, and we'll move on to the next step. Maybe we can start make this dumpling now. Start it. Now, you're going to need a cup of all-purpose flour. Then you're going to need a cup of self-rising flour. In addition to that, you're going to need a tablespoon of butter. Then you're going to need a teaspoon of sugar. Yes, granted the sugar added to it is going to give the dumpling a mean flavor. You want to also add a ½ teaspoon of salt to it. Now, make sure you have cold water in it. So what I did, I put a little cube of ice in it just to make sure that it's really cold. When you use cold water for fry your dumpling is going to have one of the best texture and crust on the outside. So make sure you have that, right? At least a ½ cup. of cold, icy cold water. Let's get this together. Okay, y'all, you want to go ahead and add your 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and then you add your 1 cup of self-rising flour to it, right? Then you want to go ahead and add your sugar and your salt. Then add your butter, right there. So you also want to go ahead and add your icy cold water. I sometimes use milk into mine. I love the flavor of the milk as well, but we're gonna go water today. Gonna sit the dough inside of that plastic wrap, cover it up nice and tight, just like that. And I'm gonna let it sit for about another half an hour before I do anything else to it. So I'll meet you right back here in half an hour. Okay, y'all, so it's been 30 minutes since my flour been sitting there getting ready to fry up. And you can see how nice and stretchy that dough is. That's all you want it. And that's what it's going to take to have perfect fried dumpling in your kitchen. These fried dumplings should take about a total of 10 minutes to fry, 5 on each side. And that goodie is how you make fried dumplings in your kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Good with ackee, saltfish, liver, anything. Cabbage and saltfish, anything. Okra, good girl body fish, anything you want to eat it with. I eat that fried dumpling. Jamaican fried dumpling. Make we finish up with good girl body callaloo and saltfish. No goodie. That is what your saltfish gonna look like after you done boil it or soak it overnight, right? You wanna make sure that you take out all of the bones, as much as the bones that you can take out of it. If you don't want to go through the bone process, you can also buy boneless saltfish. Alright, goodie. Now we're gonna cook up our saltfish and callaloo, or callaloo and saltfish, however you want to call it. Now I have some oil in that pot. You're gonna need some oil, right? To that, I'm going to add my garlic to it, and just allow that garlic and that oil to explode together, just like so. Garlic makes everything taste better. There's 2 things I never cook without: garlic and vinegar. What does vinegar do, you might ask? Vinegar cleanses your body from the inside out, between the lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my veggies into that. Get that fire on high heat. Has me hungry. Now, as far as my pepper is concerned, me now gonna pop that, cut that, or do nothing with that. This I just drop it on my pot like so to flavor, because I'm afraid of pepper. Now, the next thing we're gonna do, I put the saltfish in. Then I add my callaloo to it. And like I said before, the callaloo that I'm using is the one in the can. Now it's time to really cook this thing because it's all about flavor. Now we'll add some Jamaican all-purpose seasoning to it. Now the one that I'm using is the Grace brand. A little bit of black pepper, of course, for added flavor. And I'm just going to put a little bit of butter right there. I never cook without my vinegar, so I'm going to add a half teaspoon of apple cider vinegar right there. So give this a nice little combination mix. And trust me, that is smelling and looking amazing, y'all. Callaloo and saltfish in my Jamaican kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. Right there, so. Now, goodie, you want to go ahead and you're going to put your lid on and let it steam for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Remember, this does not take long to cook, right? You just want all the flavors to lock into the pot with all the veggies you put in it and let it combine all together and come happy. And when we come back, this is done and we're going to put it on a plate. You ready to eat? I thought so. And we are all done here. Look at that. Put some plantain over there, so. Are you still there watching me cooking? If not, you should be following by now, you know. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Let's get all of this on a plate. Here we go, goodie, all done. Pie Jamaican kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I enjoy making it, right? Thumbs up the video, like and share. Make me know what you want me to see cooking in my kitchen next. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy! I'm going to let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, a time for eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.